as you're styling, I'll ask questions. And I figured that would just be efficient that way.
Yeah. Hey guys.
I like how she just takes over. And first of all, she is short. I didn't know. I am not taller than most people, but I'm gonna enjoy my height today.
No, this is my straight height actually.
I'm so happy to meet you.
Oh, so nice to meet you.
I feel like I've been following her posts on Instagram for the past year and a half, I want to say.
Yeah.
Just kind of like creeping her stuff.
I was such a fangirl when Jen followed me. I was like, oh my god.
And I still remember the day I slid in her DM asking her a question. And I love that she actually answered. Because you know how these like stylists thing?
I know how
I don't want to
gossip.
gossip. She was like, use this product and that. And I was like, thank you. Because usually like just do what's best for your hair. It's like, okay, anyways, what does that mean? In this 3-part series, we're going to take a look at how to wash, condition, and style natural hair in depth. In today's video, we're going to talk about the stylist transition because yes, they also had to transition from using raw oils, common issues as you transition, how to wash and clarify natural hair, over-the-counter products as well as what is a quality product, how to easily start the detangling process as you shampoo, and how to deal with scalp issues. So I hope you enjoy. Well, I'll let you introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, so hey y'all, my name is Elaine. I am the founder at Yes Hair Studio and Crow Nation. So Yes Hair Studio is my salon down in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm a curl specialist there. I love to show people how to do their hair. So on my page, you'll see a lot of me working one-on-one with my clients. And sometimes I get weird comments like, why would I pay to go do my own hair? I'm like, shift your mindset. So I like to show people how to do their hair so that they can be confident in their styling, and you really only need me for the cut part of it. So that's what I do, and I'm very passionate about sharing that love of tight curls specifically across the world. I know that a lot of you watching probably are like, well, this is cute and all, but I don't have any stylists near me to do this for me. And so that's how Crow Nation came about. It's me traveling the world trying to teach people, stylists specifically, and the people around the world that yes, your tight curls can do anything you want them to do, and I want stylists around you to be able to help you do that and cut your hair in a way that makes you feel confident.
And I love that you go around. Like, that's one of the biggest questions that I get too. Like, there's no tight curl specialist in my city. Where can I go? Who do I trust? So I love that you're going around and helping people because, you know, we can use the help.
Yes, and I'm so excited to show you guys what we're going to do to Jen's hair today. So come on along.
I want a shape. Not like a little tiny, let me take a look. No. Take this. I don't want to look like that when I walk out of here.
Okay.
I want you to have fun with it, of course. Main reason why I'm here, actually, I don't know if you can tell, but I have little tips.
Yeah.
Those I want gone. I also want any split ends or whatnot to also be gone, especially in the back, because I haven't been taking care of the back. You know, you gotta be accountable. I don't put anything in my head when I go to bed. I just go to bed.
Okay.
So I want any split ends gone, and I want like a nice kind of drastic shape. Like keep the top as much of it as possible because it's already not that long. But for it to look like it's drastic, I feel like the sides and the back is coming.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay. I think I know the exact look you're going.
No, that's what I want. Is that clear?
It's clear.
And I have a ton of questions regarding flakes. I feel like that's my problem for some reason.
I think right now I just fluffed it right now.
And then there's flakes coming out, right?
I would call it flakes or like gel residue. What did you use this style?
This time around, I use Uncle Funky and I Create Hold.
Okay, just those two.
But it's been 2 weeks.
Okay.
But the color time was fun. I love it.
You liked it?
I enjoyed it. I don't do anything I don't enjoy anymore. I'm too old for that. So if I do something, it's because I want to.
Yeah. But I also like that you don't really... You're realistic with your hair. Like, you know your hair, and so you don't expect us to do something that's not your hair.
Well, I've been natural for a long time, you know. After a while, when you first go natural, I feel like a lot of us go natural because they see someone's hair that they like. And they're like, I want my hair to look like this. And then maybe you have curls or maybe you have kinks, and then the reality sets in.
Oh, I see one gray curl over here.
A what?
One gray hair.
Oh, girl, there's a lot. And it's all in the front, too. I hate it.
It's only... Oh, okay.
It's all in the front.
You know, they're not really that noticeable. It's giving silver.
You're trying to be nice, I understand.
It's giving silver, not ashy.
Okay, so this is for me because I want to know how long you've been a stylist.
Okay.
And have you always done, like, approach natural hair through the lens of a simple routine or, you know, oils and butters? Like, have you transitioned yourself as well from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like using oils and butters with your clients and then now doing this.
Yeah. So I've been a stylist for about 7 years now, and I started my stylist journey as a braider. So I was mostly just doing quote unquote protective styles for people, and that was the bulk of my career actually. So I was a heavy believer in Jamaican black castor oil. You couldn't tell me nothing. It definitely absolutely grew my essence back, etc. So when I first heard about like not using oil, and I'm from Ghana, so shea butter means a lot to us as Ghanaians. Like we feel like it heals, it can heal everything. Like
for us, that's castor oil.
Yeah.
I'm Haitian, and you put castor oil on everything. You have a headache, rub some castor oil.
Yep. Shea butter is just like a part of my culture, a part of my life. And so when I heard that, when I started seeing the no oils, no butters thing, I was like a little confused at first because I even had an oil line of my own, like an oil blend that I was selling to clients to use on their scalp when they had their braids in. Which had, as I'm doing stuff, so I'm going in with the Roadblaocks 4C clarifying shampoo.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. But let me get back to it.
I'm very interested in your journey now because you being from Ghana and shea butter, and even selling oils, I'm interested.
So definitely I felt like, oh, this is an attack on my business, like hearing all of this. But I always approach things with like an open mind. So I'm pro like trying something out. If I felt like it was dumb, then we move on and we go back to what we were doing. So I definitely wanted to give it a try first. And so I started using like myself as a guinea pig first when I stopped using oil. So I didn't just go straight to being telling my clients not to use it. Because I was like, well, I don't know what it's going to do to their hair when they stop. So I stopped using the oil on myself and I started to shampoo my hair weekly. This was a big deal for me because I was a big like wig wearer. I was in wigs more than anything, and that wasn't because I didn't like my hair or something. Like I just love it and I like big hair, and so the bigger the wig, the better. Yeah. So, but I would always get curly wigs. So when I saw that these stylists who were talking about the no oils, no butters were able to get people's hair who looked like mine, quote unquote 4C hair, I was like, oh, how are they getting our hair to look like that? And so that's really what piqued my curiosity, because I'm like, if my hair can do it, like I don't really need to use my wigs as much to try and get that look.
Okay.
And so I tried it out. My first wash and go was not successful because once again I was using castor oil and shea butter as like, I didn't put the castor oil on my hair, it was just on my scalp, but the shea butter was on my actual like hair strand.
Yeah, like and most of us.
Yeah. And so my first wash and go definitely, actually the first month of wash and go wasn't necessarily looking.
It's a process, I think.
It really
like you're
is.
really discovering your hair all over again.
Yeah. So
and if you don't allow yourself to go through these initial, like, I don't even want to call them failures or initial discoveries of your hair, then you're not going to get to where you really want to go.
Exactly.
I think.
And I think sometimes we give up too quickly, because I could have done that first month and be like, this shit does not work.
Yeah.
So like, I just like gave it a chance. Yeah. And so, yeah, after that first month, it definitely wasn't like the curls weren't popping, but I saw something. I saw a semblance of a curl and I got excited. So
what were you struggling with at first, would you say? What were some of your, I guess, issues that you were experiencing?
Yeah, so I was noticing that my hair, after I washed it, would still have like a residue on it. Okay. And so I knew that was what was getting in the way of like not being able to see the curl pattern, basically. So it would still just look like an afro after I shampoo, condition, and applied the product. So that was just a sign that like, even though I was clarifying and like shampooing, etc., I had been using the raw castor oil or shea butter for too long for it to have just magically gone away from one clarifying shampoo session.
Is that possible for, say, the coating of oil to go away? Because I know some people say it gets better with time, but some stylists also say sometimes your hair is just too,
Like
almost
stained.
too dehydrated, to be safe, so you gradually have to cut it.
Yes, and that's I've only seen that happen like a very small amount of times. There is a point of no return, which is unfortunate. But those same clients, I have a few who like decided to big chop, and their hair is like so different now. And so, yes, we could play the long game and gradually cut it off over time, but really you won't be able to see the true progress till like that hair comes off.
Okay.
But most people are not on the too far gone spectrum, and usually that's not from the oils and butters. That's from like the cuticle being damaged so much from like the friction of some synthetic fibers.
Oh, so you're talking about protective style?
Yeah. That's
We're
a
not-
whole nother.
It's too early on in this conversation.
Also,
for
I
us
want to
get
point out,
there.
right now you can see the shampoo didn't lather that much just because it's been 2 weeks since John washed her hair.
Yeah.
So the next shampoo will lather.
Okay. That's how you know my hair was dirty.
So yeah, you guys should always be shampooing multiple times, like especially on the days that you're clarifying your hair.
Okay. How often should one clarify?
So it depends on the lifestyle of the person. So people who wash their hair weekly and like they are not using any products that necessarily build up on the hair. So people who are using plant-based products normally don't have to clarify, but like every 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
But people who are, let's say, doing an active lifestyle. So for me, I like to work out. So, well, I want to like to work out. I want to like to work out, but so for me, I would be clarifying like once a month because I am sweating all the time.
Okay.
And so it just depends on what's on the hair and how you live your life, basically. So I'm a big fan of people using what they want to use as long as the shampoo matches what you put on the hair. So even though I'm not pro eco styler, if you want to use it, you just need to use a shampoo that can remove those ingredients on it.
So that's the biggest issue with some of the gels that are not plant-based, is being able to effectively remove it from your hair when you wash it.
Exactly.
So then you just have to clarify a little bit more often, or shampoo with, I don't want to say harsher shampoo, I don't know what the word, like an all-purpose shampoo?
So some ingredients really do take a sulfate to remove it. And so even though we want to be sulfate free, it's just best to use styling products that don't require a sulfate or something heavy like that to remove it. So that's why we like to say not to use those kind of products. But really, products are stylers. Okay, they're not like there to change your hair. And so even though we do like talk crap about certain products, I just want people to know it's mostly because if you're gonna use something, let's say like an eco styler or like a shea moisture smoothie or something, but you only want to wash your hair once a month, it's just not gonna work.
That's where the issue comes in.
Yeah.
And you know what? That really leads me perfectly into a question that someone asked on YouTube. She asked, what shampoo and leave-in conditioner are recommended that not only does the job but are affordable? And she also added smells good in there. But let's go with affordable, because some stylists don't recommend, say, Aussie Moist or like the I guess you could call them over-the-counter shampoos and conditioners.
So I'm not anti over-the-counter shampoos and conditioners, especially with my product Consultation. I want people to use what is available to them. And so I don't really know anything about the person who's asking this question. So it's hard to know whether like the shampoo I'm about to say is going to be the best one for them. But an affordable shampoo I love is the TGIN Moisture Rich shampoo.
I use that one.
Or the what's another one? The Camille Rose Ginger Rinse is good as like a hydrating shampoo.
Okay.
Camille Rose can be expensive sometimes, but I like like some of the products.
I like some of their products too.
Mhm.
Even the gel. I have one of the gels that I use.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And even the Miel, which one is that? The pomegranate one. It can be a little too strong sometimes, I feel.
Okay.
But I feel like depending on what you put on your hair, it is probably the appropriate strength to remove whatever you put on it.
Okay.
So for somebody who is just washing their hair weekly and not using any heavy duty stylers, I think that TGIN one is a good one they can get into.
Okay.
And then following it up with maybe like the Camille Rose. So usually you want it all purpose and then you want to follow it up with something that's more gentle.
So I had a few of these questions lined up. I think I'll just fire them out. Around what is a quality product? What's a quality shampoo? What's a quality conditioner? Because, that's one of the words that I feel is being thrown around a lot. Just use a quality shampoo and conditioner, good quality products, but how would the regular person know? And what is a quality product?
So quality is just based off of like what the ingredients are and the order in which they're in. So the way I assess whether a product is quality or not is by looking at where the active ingredients are. So for example, if I'm looking at a shampoo and I'm reading the ingredient list and in the first 5 ingredients it has like some kind of thick oil in there, or like shea butter in the first 5 ingredients of a shampoo, something that's supposed to remove things from the hair. To me, that's not a quality product because it looks like it's just filler to fill the bottle instead of doing what
it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Because you want a shampoo to remove, not be thick and heavy with stain oils.
So if I'm looking at a shampoo and like the cocoa midopropyl betaine, which is the cleanser in most shampoos, is like at the bottom or towards the end or even in the middle, I'm like, so is this really going to clean my hair? Because why is the thing that is cleaning the hair at the bottom of the ingredient list, and then everything on top of that is like things that are supposed to be moisturizing? So yeah, I try to see, do the order of the ingredients make sense. And what are the beneficial things in the products. So if you ever want to look at what a product does, because of course we're not all cosmetic chemists, how would we know?
Yeah, how would you know?
There's a website called EWG.
Oh, I think doing research, I think I've stumbled across it, but I don't go there often. Okay, I'll link it in the description box.
Yeah, link it in the It sounds fun to say that. It's gonna be in the description box, guys. But yeah, I think that is a good way to just look up ingredients and what they do, or just Google the ingredient. But usually it'll tell you what that ingredient is supposed to do. So for a shampoo, you want the cleansing things to be at the top. You want the moisturizing things to be in the middle or at the end. For conditioner, you need an emulsion of oils and as well as like plant extracts. So plant extracts, the reason you want them in your conditioners is because those are what water-loving ingredients. Okay. So for example, if you see a conditioner that has, let's say, some aloe in there, some chamomile, some marshmallow root, some pectin, like these are plants that are able to survive in like very dry climates in the desert. And so when it rains, it's able to hold on to that moisture for a long time. So
that's where humectants comes into play, basically.
So you want your conditioners to have humectants as well as emollients, which is where oils come in. So oils are not bad. We need them. But in their raw form, they're not necessarily doing what we think they're doing. So it's great to have oil in your shampoo and your conditioner, etc. But it shouldn't be what's the majority in there. Usually the cheaper products have it higher up because they need to fill the bottle. And the only reason I know this is because like I tried to come up with a product line too, and just to see how expensive it was to like come out with
to get something of quality.
Product. Yeah, and even like
that's interesting.
Getting real. Oh, something happened to you.
Oh.
Yeah. Like getting real. Okay, so notice how after I've shampooed Jen's scalp, I'm starting to go ahead and like elongate her hair. If you're like in the shower or something, think of your hair in 4 sections. So 2 in the front, and then 2 in the back. This is where we pre-detangle and start to make sure that the curls are present. So for you in the shower, you're gonna milk your section almost like it's a cow. You're going to smooth it out.
It's doing this
It's doing it again. Her hair, just to go ahead and start the elongation process as well as pre-detangling it. So we smooth it first, and as you can see, the curls are starting to do their thing. So you should be doing a lot of smoothing after you've actually washed the scalp.
So this is still with shampoo?
This is with shampoo, yeah.
And is that a tip or a trick that helps with detangling, even if you have dense 4C hair? Because that's one of the questions that I got.
So usually, if you have dense 4C hair, after you've done the smoothing of your section, and this works on longer hair too, you want to go ahead and start like breaking apart the hair so it'll get out any big tangles that are in there. So you're just splitting it. And usually you can do this with a shampoo that is like not a clarifying shampoo. So actually the shampoo on her hair right now is a normal Olaplex 4 shampoo. And so that's what I used after clarifying. So basically we're just pre-detangling by splitting.
Well, I like how easy it seems that my hair is like
just
right now. Like what's happening?
So even though all her hair was like shrunken and tight when she came in, we're already like getting it elongated through the shampoo
First
process.
of all, okay, length.
Okay. As if you didn't just like cut it off.
Cut it all off. I'm telling you, leave your hair alone, okay? Stop thinking about it.
So basically, I'm raking through just to check my work to make sure that okay, I don't have any big tangles left. So the hair is starting to get elongated.
Like my hair is basically detangled. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing like a smoothing, milking a cow type.
Yeah.
I've never milked a cow before, but now I know.
So yeah, first you'll smooth it like this. So it's on her head, so you can't see, but put the camera on me. For you at home, you would be smoothing it like this. Yeah. So after you do that a few times just to get the hair like off the scalp, now is where you would be like breaking the section apart. So I'm feeling more of resistance here. So you just always be gentle. The more gentle you are, the more the hair is gonna come apart. Don't be like ripping your hair out. The slower you go, the easier it comes apart. I know it sounds crazy, but slow down, it will come apart.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's like magic right there. I have a question where someone's like, can you still use oil and just wash your hair more often, say once a week? Or is the best practice actually to drop the oils and butters and take care of your hair this way?
To me, as a professional, I feel like it would be irresponsible for me to say, yes, go ahead and use it, only because even dermatologists have said not to use it. Yes, even black dermatologists have said not to use it. Yeah,
not to use oils.
Not to use it in their raw form.
Yeah,
because even though they've been able to find out that rosemary oil does have some benefits to the hair, even though they've been able to find that scientific fact, even the dermatologist wouldn't have you put it on your scalp raw. They would have you like mix it with something else before putting it on your scalp. So according to the science, it's not great to just be putting raw oil on a scalp. But yes, if you feel like you just absolutely have to do it, I think using the appropriate shampoo to get it off is best, and just making sure you're washing your hair weekly instead of letting that oil sit on for like weeks and weeks at a time. Okay. So I definitely totally get it. Even, like I said, I'm from Ghana, and even when I did the Thai Nation trip there, they were honest with me. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna still use it, and I'm like, okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, and their hair is fine. It hasn't fallen out, but
yeah. And that's the thing. I've taken care of my hair with oils and butters for years.
Yeah, like, and nothing
my
bad
hair
is gonna happen to your hair.
But my scalp was always all kind of wonky. I felt like I always had what I thought was dandruff. So maybe we can talk about that. What are the best practices for your scalp? And if you're not using oils, or should you even, well, you already answered, not supposed to put oils directly on your scalp, but what can you do if you have an itchy scalp?
So I like to always ask people on what day did the scalp start itching. Like most of them are staying around day 5 to 7, which is when I would have them to wash their hair. Most of them always end up saying it's around those days. So then I'm like, okay, that's usually around the time hair needs to be washed anyway. So for that, I wouldn't say that's a real problem. If that's the case for anyone watching this video, if it's getting itchy around day 5, 7, it's just a sign of your scalp telling you need to wash your hair. And so, but if it's happening sooner than that and you're seeing flakes and it's dry and you can like visibly see that something is not right with the scalp, then that would be, I hate always saying this because it's annoying to hear, but first, it's always tough giving recommendations when I'm not like a scalp specialist, but so try these things before you see the dermatologist is what I'm going to say. Try washing your hair with a shampoo that has like that matches what you've been putting on your hair. A lot of you haven't clarified your hair in a long time because you're scared of a clarifying shampoo. So clarify your hair first. If you've done that, you've switched to plant-based products. Your scalp is still irritated. Try making sure your scalp is always dry completely when you like style your hair. A lot of you are having moisture sit on the scalp for like way too long.
Oh, interesting.
Any wet environment for long periods of time is going to invite bacteria to thrive there.
Thank you so much for watching this video, but up next we're going to explore how to properly condition natural hair, and you don't want to miss it.